Welcome to Miss B's Read Aloud. Today's book is Alligators and Crocodiles by National Geographic Kids.
Hey friends, Miss B back for another Read Aloud. Today I thought we would read a nonfiction book, and I picked this one because it's about a topic that I don't know a lot about. So my challenge to you is to read something that you don't know a lot about. Sometimes we like to read about topics or ideas that we really like and have a lot of knowledge about already, but sometimes it's fun to learn new things too about a topic you have no idea about. So I picked Alligators and Crocodiles. Ooh, this one is a National Geographic Kids book. I love these ones. This one's by Laura Marsh. Okay, now as you remember, nonfiction books a lot of times have a table of contents at the beginning, and that tells us the sections or chapters in the book, and then of course it gives the page numbers too. What's also cool about nonfiction books is that you don't have to read them from the beginning all the way to the end if you don't want to. Because it's not a story, it's okay to jump around and read like one section that really jumps out to you that's really interesting, and then move on to a different one, and then go back to a different one. That's always great to do in a nonfiction book. So I think I'm going to start with Guess What's Different. That's on page 4, and it looks like it's going to tell me the difference between alligators and crocodiles. That's a good place to start. And so, again, I don't really have that much knowledge. So here we go. Guess what's different? Snap! What big teeth you have! Crocodiles and alligators look alike. They both have huge jaws with pointed teeth. They both have a long tail. Bumpy plates cover their bodies. It says, can you tell which is the alligator and which is the crocodile? It says, both crocodiles and alligators are different. How can you tell them apart? Now, as it is, I'm not really sure, but I think the next page, yes, is going to tell me the difference. So let's take a look. It says, alligators have a wide snout. It is rounded and U-shaped. Alligators are usually a dark color. And I really like this picture because it gives some labels. Sometimes we call these a diagram that points out parts of the picture. So it says snout, and then it tells us the definition right here too. Croc talk. Snout is an animal's nose and mouth that stick out from its face. So you can see that the snout is wide and U-shaped. And then this label says dark in color. So you can see that it's a little bit darker than the crocodile over here. It says alligators usually live in fresh water. Good to know. All right, so let's compare those facts to crocodiles. Crocodiles have a thinner snout. You can see the snout here is thinner, and it's pointing it out for you. It is pointed and V-shaped. Crocodiles are lighter in color, and it says that here, than alligators. And it says crocodiles usually live in salt water. Interesting. And these Nat Geo books are fun because they have facts and information, but then sometimes they hide little jokes. So let's read the joke. It says, what do you call an alligator detective? Okay, the answer's up here upside down. An investigator. Ha ha ha, that's fun. Okay, let me see another section that I might be interested in reading. Remember, I'm going to go back to the table of contents. Ooh, how about King of the Crocs? That sounds interesting. So I'm going to jump over to page 22. King of the Crocs. The largest crocodilian is the saltwater crocodile. It can grow to more than 20 feet long, whoa, and weighs over 2,200 pounds. That's bigger than my pig even. It is an excellent swimmer and can travel far out to sea. Saltwater crocodiles may be the most dangerous crocodilians of all. They are most likely to attack, and they are deadly. Ooh, I wouldn't want to run into one of those. Okay, let's check out this feature here. This is called a caption, and a caption describes the picture. It says, a saltwater crocodile feeds in a sanctuary in Australia. Cool. Captions are really good. Don't skip those, because if you don't read, you might not know what's going on in the picture, but the caption gives you a little more information that they are in Australia. Nice. And he's obviously feeding that crocodile. Ooh. Okay, let's see. One more section, and then we'll call it good for today. This section is called Nest and Nursery. Most reptiles lay their eggs and leave, but crocodilians stick around. They stay close to the nest and protect their young. Check out the caption. It says, some kinds of crocodilians build a mound of plants, mud, and leaves for a nest. That kind of reminds me of a bird, right? A bird uses different parts of leaves and sticks and things to make a nest too. This caption says, other kinds of crocodilians dig a hole for a nest. And some animals do that too, right? They dig in the ground to burrow into a little nest. All right, cool. A mother crocodilian waits for a few months. When she hears squeaks from the eggs, she uncovers the nest. The eggs begin to hatch. It says crocodilian babies hatch from their eggs. Oh, so cute. Whoa, this is interesting. The mother gently carries the hatchlings in her mouth. She takes them to the water for their first swim. And they're off. So cute. This is an American alligator. And then it tells you the definition. Hatchling means an animal that has just come out of its shell. One last thing I want to point out in nonfiction books that you'll often see, especially in these Nat Geo ones, is the back has a list of words and their definitions. And this is called a glossary. And a glossary is really helpful if you're trying to figure out the meaning of new words, especially when you're reading a book that you don't have a lot of knowledge about. So if you're reading through and you're like, what does it mean? What does prey mean? You can find it in the glossary. It says an animal that is eaten by another animal. Pretty cool. All right, thanks for listening and learning with me, friends. My challenge to you today is to find a book about a topic that you don't know a lot about. Have fun.